Good morning all of you. So today we will be learning about binary search trees in detail. So before we go into the details of binary search tree, so let's learn a few definitions here. So the first one is dictionary. So what do you mean by dictionary? An abstract data type that supports the different operations like it's an abstract data type which supports the operations like search, insert, delete. Okay. So again I repeat, dictionaries are something what we call it as abstract data types with the operations search, insert and delete. If anything which supports these things, search, insert and delete operations, then it is called as dictionary. Okay. So this binary search tree, our topic for today, which is binary search tree, which supports all these operations. Binary search trees, so the short form or the abbreviated one, we call it as BST, binary search trees. So please make it clear that binary tree is different, binary search tree is different, binary search is different. Okay, so you should be very clear with the concepts. So binary tree, what is a binary tree? Anyone? Yes, ma'am. I want someone to answer. What is a binary tree?
A parent having two children, ma'am.
At the most, maximum 2 children. Okay. So binary tree is just like a tree structure, but every node will have at most or maximum 2 children, not more than that. It can have 0 child or 1 child or 2 child. More than that, it's not allowed. That's why we say at most or maximum. Okay. So such type of tree is called as binary tree. When we are learning about binary search tree, that is our topic for today. And what is binary search? It's a searching technique. Binary search is a searching technique. Where under searching, you might have studied in data structures like linear search and binary search, just to remind you things and just telling you this. Yes, ma'am. Linear search is something where for a particular element you will be searching in the linear fashion, whereas binary search you are going to divide the list into 2 halves at every time and then we are going to do. That is what the binary search. Okay, anyway we are going to learn this searching techniques. So for now our today's topic is about binary search tree. Why I am telling you this is, so there is lots of difference if you miss a word in any one of this. This is a binary tree, this is a binary search tree and binary search. Okay, so be careful about what exactly we are learning about. Each one is different. By a word in that it's varying. Okay. So here binary search tree. First of all, a binary search tree is a binary tree. Binary tree means it's like a tree structure. So at most it is going to have, maximum it is going to have 2 children. Okay. So first of all, binary search tree is a binary tree. And then binary search tree may be empty. May be empty. So without any contents in the binary tree, so it may also said as binary search tree may be empty. Okay, without any node, there is no tree at all, then we say it as completely empty. Okay, so the next one, every element has a key or every node has key. That means whenever we are talking about the nodes like this, say some 10, 20, say 20 and say some 10 and 30. Okay, some tree structure. So every node here is going to have some value which is called as a key. A node is going to have a key and this key should be unique. What do you mean by unique? The key should be unique means, or it should be a distinct value. That means no duplicates are allowed. Okay, so if 10 is there, if 10 is appearing here, it may not appear anywhere in the tree. Every node should have a unique value in it. No duplicates allowed. Unique means there is no duplication. One repetition of key value may not be the same. Same value may not be repeated in the tree structure. Okay, so remember this point, node has a key and each key is unique. Okay, so the next one is about the keys in the left subtree. Keys in left subtree are less than the root. The keys in the left subtree are less than the root. So if I give you some example like this, say some 35 and 40 and some other values, say some 2, 1, 35.
Ma'am, it's not visible, ma'am.
Now, is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Shall I continue?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, mute yourself now. Okay. So here, the keys in the left subtree should be less than the root. So if you see here, the root key value is 30. Okay. And its left subtree value is 5. So is 5 less than 30?
Yes,
Is 5 less than 30? Okay. So likewise, whatever this we are having, we call it as left subtree. Left subtree. And the right side one we call it as right subtree. Right subtree. So all the elements when compared to the root, the left subtree will have the lesser values when you compare to the root node. So it is applicable for the innermost values also. If you see the left subtree, again here 5 will be the root. So towards its left side, it is lesser. Okay. And the next, this point is that clear? The keys in the left subtree, the keys in the left subtree or left node, it should be less than the root. Hope all of you followed this point.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the next point here we have keys in the right subtree. Keys in the right subtree are greater than the root. So the next point is keys in the right subtree are greater than the root. So right subtree, all the values are greater than the root. So this formula is or this property is applicable for the subtree itself. So in the subtree if we take 40, so 40 towards left it is lesser and to this right side it is more. Okay, so that we call it as that we call it as the right subtree values are more than the root node. Or similarly, when we go to the main root node, so all the values whatever you have towards right are greater. Okay, so you can just remember the points like this. I'll just tell you a small example here. You just remember this curve, whatever I am saying. Okay, so in a binary search tree, root node you will have some key values in every node. Every key value should be unique. It should not be same. That key value should not be repeated in the tree. Okay, so that's the point. And then the key value whatever is at the root node should be greater than the left, or else we can say the root node left child is less than the root node, so this should be lesser and this should be greater. So that means if you just remember the curve like this, from left, root and right, left, so like this it curve if you remember. So then they are in the ascending order. Just remember like this logic, this point or the curve if you remember. So from left you start, go to root and then right. So then it becomes the ascending order. So in the similar way if you go 10, 30, 40, is it in the ascending order? Yes. So that's what the main properties of the binary search tree. So again, just repeat the points once again. So first thing, binary tree. Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Halfway I went again, I am coming back. Just wait, ma. Is it okay now? You are able to view whatever I wrote here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let me start recording once again.
Recording is already going on, ma'am.
Going on, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Ma'am,
okay.
recording.
So here, so as I was telling you, binary search tree is nothing but, first of all, a binary tree, and this binary search tree may be empty. Okay, it can be also a empty one, and every node has a key, and that key value should be unique. And all the keys in the left subtree for a root node, all the keys which are on the left subtree of the root node should be less than the root. Okay? And all the keys which are on the right subtree should be greater than the root. And also left and right subtrees are also binary trees. I told you, no? So whenever we are talking about tree structure like this, so the value whatever is there here should be greater than the left subtree. So that property also will apply for the innermost values. Okay, again this root node value should be greater than its left subtree and it will be less than its right subtree. Or else you just remember one thing, always the root node left is lesser. Always the root node left is lesser than this. Always the root node right is greater. And you just remember like this. Left, root and right. Okay. So it will be in the ascending order. Okay. So this is the structure of binary search tree. Okay. And this binary search tree can perform, the binary search tree can support the operations as search, insert and delete. So our binary tree, since it is supporting all these operations, so it is called as dictionary. Okay. So any data type supporting the operation search, insert and delete is called a dictionary. So our binary search, since it is supporting these concepts, so I can say it as a dictionary. So let's learn each one in detail. Okay. So the first operation, the first operation for binary search trees is searching an element or a key in binary search trees. Okay. So here, the first thing, we begin the search at the root. So whatever may be the root. So let me write some example here. So 35, 40 and then 2. Okay. So this is a binary search tree. Is it a binary search tree? Tell me. Root node, if you take, okay, root node value, its left is lesser, its right is greater. Again, subtrees, root node is 5, its left is 2. Is it a binary tree? Binary search tree?
Yes.
Since only 2 children, it is a binary tree first. And since all the properties of binary search it is satisfying, then we call it as a binary search tree. Okay. See, if I write something like 10 here, will it be a binary search tree? Yes, 40 is the key and towards its left is lesser. Is it a binary search tree?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
No.
Yes,
No.
ma'am.
No.
No,
See,
ma'am. No, ma'am.
the root node is 30. All the values less than 30 should be in the left subtree. Is 10 less than or greater than 30? 10 is less than 30, right? If at all 10 comes in the left subtree, then it is a binary search tree. See, recursively you think the root node, that key should be greater than all the left subtree and less than all the elements in the right subtree. And this property should also satisfy the subtrees within the tree. Okay, so if I write 10 here, so it is not a binary search tree. Why? Because though 40 less than 10, so till here it is correct. But if you compare this 30 and 10, so 10 is less than 30, it should be in the left. Okay, so it's violating a rule there. So then it is not a binary search tree. If at all the 10 is coming towards right. If at all it comes here, then it is a binary search tree. Is it clear the definition with these examples? Okay. So in searching, first we begin the search at root. So here we have to begin the search at So first we have to start searching at the root. So for what we will be searching? So whether root is existing or not. If root is equal to 5, not existing. So if there is no tree only, when you want to search something in that, will it be successful or unsuccessful?
Unsuccessful.
Unsuccessful. Unsuccessful. Why? Because the tree itself is fine, empty. In an empty one, if you search something, so there you won't find anything, right? It is unsuccessful. So search begins at the root, and if root is empty, then the search will be unsuccessful. Otherwise, we have to compare whatever is the search element. Search element or key, I can say, let it be some X. Search element. Okay, say among 10 balls, I want to search for a red ball. 10 balls, 10 different colors. I want some color ball to be searched. Okay, first of all, you should identify what you want to search in the group. So that is what X we are taking. Is that clear? So the search element, let it be X. So first let's compare with the root. So first let me take X is equal to 30 only.
Ma'am, it is not visible, ma'am.
It's not visible. Is it okay now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if the search element X is equal to 30, so if at all I want to search for 30 here, I start from root. Okay, the pointer is at root and the search element X is 30. So 3 of 30, is it equal to X? Okay, whatever in the root node, what the value at the root node is 30, and for value what you are searching is 30. So that means it is successful. Okay, say suppose if x I want to search as say some 10. I want to search for x is equal to 10. So how do I do? So start from the root node and check the value. 10 I want to search. Compare 10 with root key. So 10 is equal to 30? No. Compare. Compare 10 and 30. Is 10 less than 30 or greater than 30?
Less than 30.
Less than 30.
Less than 30. That means we have to move towards left subtree. Okay. So in the left subtree when we come here, so it is 5. So compare 5 with 10 or 10 with 5. Key value you always compare. Okay. 10 with 5 if we compare. So 10 is greater or lesser than 5? First of all, first thing you have to check whether it is equal to that root node key. Is it 10 equal to 5?
No.
No. If it is no, then compare whether it is lesser or greater. 10 lesser than 5 or 10 greater than 5?
10 is greater than 5.
Greater.
10 greater than 5. So from here we will move towards right side. Why? Because the search element is towards right. Okay. So now here whatever the value is there, so that node key value 10. Okay. The search value is 10. So 10 is equal to 10.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So that is successful. Say suppose I am going to search for 12. I am going to search for 12. So how it would be? So start from here. First 12 equal to 30. No. Compare 12 less than 30. Come towards left. Compare 12 is equal to 5. No. Compare. So 12 is greater than 5. Come towards right. Again check. 12 equal to 10. No. Okay. Compare 12 is greater than 10. So when 12 is greater than 10, go towards right. But right you don't have anything. So that means the termination point has come. We didn't find where we have x is equal to 10 was successful. When x is equal to 12, it is unsuccessful. Why? Because this 12 element is not existing in the tree. Is that clear how exactly we are performing the search operation? No?
This is like binary search algorithm.
Binary search tree.
But the concept is similar to binary search algorithm.
You will make out the differences in this algorithms paper. Binary search tree is the one where you have root node key value. That key value, its left subtree values are lesser than the root node key values. And root node key value is greater than all the right subtree elements. So this is what we have to learn in the binary search trees. Is searching technique clear or you want me to explain once again?
Clear.
Okay, so quickly again I'll just tell example here. So the searching technique, first of all, we should check whether the given tree is a binary search tree or not. Binary search tree means, first of all, it should be a binary tree. Maximum 2 children for every node. Yes, it is a binary tree. Binary search tree means the root node left value should be smaller, the root node right side value should be greater. Okay, so lesser, greater. So this symbols at least you remember. Towards this side it should be lesser, towards right side it should be greater. So once this is done, so in the searching technique, first we should check whether if the tree is empty or the root node is empty. If root is equal to empty, so it will be unsuccessful only. If in an empty basket, if you are going to search for any element, are you going to find anything? No, it is unsuccessful. Okay, so this is the first one. And then if at all we are going to search some element, say x is equal to say some 41 say. Okay, so if x is equal to 41, I want to search in this. So it has to start from the root. So whenever you are checking, so these three things you check. So key should be compared with or search key say. Search key should be compared with root key, and then search key less than root key. So that means left subtree, and if the search key is greater than root key, then it has to go to right subtree. Okay, so please remember these points, and this is the thing what we are going to follow. So if x is equal to 41, so at root, so we start searching from the root. Okay, what is the root value here? 30. What is our key element? 41. So 41 is equal to 30? No. Okay, so if it is not no, then go to the next step. Is 41 less than root key? Is 41 less than 30? No. Is 41 greater than 30? Yes. So this satisfies. So this has to be checked in the sequence for any thing. Okay. So here search key is 41 and 41 less than 30. So this will become true. So now move to, so what is the key again? So recursively it will be calling. So this will be recursively called. What is the root? 40. So 41 equal to 41? No. So 41 less than 40? No. So again 41 greater than 40. So again 41 greater than 40. So this condition only will. Anything here to be checked? No. So doing the search is unsuccessful. So these steps we are going to write the algorithm. So let's write the algorithm now. Is this clear till here? Anything you want me to repeat? Okay. So searching technique for a binary search tree, we can write two types of algorithms, that is recursive algorithm and iterative algorithm. Okay, so first let's write the recursive search of a binary tree. Recursive search of a binary search tree. Okay, so the first thing in the algorithms we are going to write the algorithm keyword, and what is the name given to this? Search. So what would be the parameters? T stands for tree and X stands for the element you want to find. Okay, so those are the parameters passed to search. In order to search, there should exist a tree T and the element what you want to search for, that is X. Okay, and then, so what is the first step I told you? If tree is empty, if tree is empty, then so we are going to return 5. So that means there is no return value. Is this clear till here? Yes, ma, you want the response?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So after this, else if means, so if tree is 0, empty means we are going to return 5, nothing. So else if means if at all tree is not empty. So then what we are going to do? We are first going to check the value. Okay? Whether the search element key value is equal to the root node. Okay? So here x is nothing but the search element and nothing but the data what is there in the root node. Okay? So this means key at root. Okay? So if they are equal, then what we are going to return? We will return T. Where exactly this T is pointing to. So that we are going to return at what position we found it. Else if. So tell me the conditions here. I told you searching techniques, the repeating procedures. First one, if T is equal to 0, then it is going to return 5. Okay? And then what we are going to do? X we are going to compare with root key. If this is successful, then it will return T. Okay, if that is not, then we have to compare X is less than root key. And then recursive we have to call. Again we have what we have to do. If this is also not satisfying, hello? If X is not satisfying this condition also, then what we have to do? X greater than root key. And then we have to recursively call the function again. Are these steps clear for you? The same steps we are going to write in the algorithm. Okay? So the first thing, if the tree is empty, nothing is going to return. Else, whatever the key we are going to find, that you compare with the key at root. T data means key at root. If that is true, it will return. If that is not true, what we have to do? We have to compare X less than T data. X less than T data. And then what we have to do? We have to return. So return search T of left child, comma X.
Ma'am, not visible.
Okay, I'll just is it okay now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So else return search of T data, right child, comma X. Is this procedure clear, ma'am? If you have followed the procedure with the example, so easily you can write the algorithm.
Ma'am, what if the order is unsorted?
Unsorted means it won't be a binary search tree, no? First of all, what I told, the conditions, it should be a binary tree. It should be a binary. It won't become a binary search tree only if they are not in the order. If they are in the order, then only it is called as a binary search tree. That's what the example is. For a binary search tree, if at all you want to search an algorithm, search an element in the list, so then this is the recursive procedure. So this is the first step what we are doing. This is the first one. If it is empty, nothing we are going to return. This is the second one. We are going to compare the search element with the root. If it is true, it will return. If not, what we have to do? We have to compare the element with the root. If a key element search element or search key is less than the root, then where it has to go? Left child, comma x. So this is the recursive one, no? This is the recursive search t comma x. Okay, in place of t, so t left child it will be taken. And then recursive it is proceeded until either it becomes 5 or either it returns t. If it returns 5, that means unsuccessful. If it returns t, then the position it is going to return. Okay, or else say suppose the third condition also failed. What is the fourth one? Leftover one? Right subtree. So right subtree it will check and recursively it will call again, it will check whether it is unsuccessful or successful. Is this algorithm clear?
First condition, ma'am. If t equal to 0, return none.
If there is no tree, say suppose if an
No,
empty
ma'am.
basket,
If 0 is in the binary tree, then it must return. It exists, ma'am.
see algorithms for all the base conditions also we have to search. See in the real time example, if I say I'll give one basket, which is there is no item in that. Okay, just imagine that basket is just like a list for us. In that I am giving some x is equal to 10. I am saying some item to be searched in that basket. If there is nothing, so what you can say? Nothing.
No,
I
ma'am.
couldn't find.
If root node is 0, ma'am, then it must return the existing. It must return true because 0 is in the binary tree.
See, root net and all that concept won't come here, huh, Nandalal?
No, ma'am. My doubt is not that.
Okay, I will come to you later. Okay. For now, we'll continue with the class because I don't want others also to get disturbed. I'll come to you later. I'll call you. Okay. So for now, you just consider this. So in an empty basket, if I'm asking you to find out some item in that, so you don't get. So that means that is unsuccessful. When I say return 5 means it is unsuccessful. If at all you want some more statements to be printed, if return value is 5, then print unsuccessful. If return value is 3, t, the position, then return successful at the t position. Okay, so this is a recursive algorithm. For the same thing, let's see the same procedure for iterative. So iterative means how do we write? Using control structures or loops?
Loops.
Loops, yes. So here, iterative search of a binary tree. So here first we write the algorithm keyword. So since it is iterative search, I am writing. So I just forgot for the previous one. So for the previous algorithm you write R search. For previous algorithm, recursive search, you write R search there. For your understanding, recursive search. Just now the previous algorithm what we have done.
Ma'am, it's not visible, ma'am.
Is it okay?
Little upwards. Okay.
Little more. Okay. So here, since it is iterative search, so I am writing I search. So the previous one we told about recursive search. For that you write this R search. I just wrote search. You write R search. It will be more meaningful. Okay. So iterative search of X. Iterative search of X. So quickly let me finish this example. Algorithm. Found is equal to false. So initially I am taking found is equal to false and t is equal to true. Okay. And while. So in while condition what we can write? When we can start searching for the element
While
in
t
the
is
tree.
found.
When T is existing,
Found.
T is existing. Okay, so while T not equal to 5 and not found, then do. Okay, so here if x is equal to T data, then found is equal to true. Else if, so this is our first condition, this is our second condition, third condition I am writing. Else if x less than T data, then T is equal to T of left child. Else, what is the fourth condition? T is equal to
Right
T of
child.
right child. Okay, so is this clear what exactly we are writing? Okay, I just want to repeat here. So here algorithm iterative search and we are searching for some particular key value. Okay, that for that key value some initial values we are giving. Why? Because iterative means we are going to use loops. Okay, in order to give loops you have to give some conditions. So for that we are giving the initial values. Found is equal to false and T is equal to true. T is equal to tree. Okay, and while T is non-empty, that means tree is existing. Tree is existing, and if it is not found, so then we are going to search the tree. So first we will compare whether the search element is equal to the root data. If it is true, then we are going to return found is equal to true. If that is false, what is the next condition? Search element you check with the root value. Either search element is less than the root node. So then if it is less than the root node, what T should iterate to which side? Towards the left. So since the element what you are searching is less than the root node, so lesser value you will find in the left subtree. So that's why we are assigning T is equal to T left child. Else, if any of these three conditions are not satisfying, what is the fourth condition we have? T is equal to the last one. You are going to search at the right child. Okay, is that clear? If not found, then return 5. So, few more statements are there. If not found, then return 5. Else, return T. Okay, so this is one block, this is one block. Okay, so we have covered with the binary search trees, and the binary search tree operations are search, insertion and deletion. So we have done with search today. So searching an element, first we will check whether it is empty or not, whether it is equal to root node or whether it is less than the root node. If it is lesser, we see for left child, left subtree, or the search value if it is greater, we see at the right subtree. So keeping these steps in mind, so we are going to write recursive algorithm and iterative algorithm. If it is recursive, we are going to use control structures. If else. If it is iterative, we are going to use loops. Okay. So these points you remember. I will forward the notes to you today till whatever I have covered from trees. So from now on, I will be forwarding the notes in WhatsApp. Okay. So day to day, those who want to write notes, you can listen to my videos by the end of the day once again and then write. So then your learning of the topics will be done. Okay.